Marvin leans up, checks out that mini position. Should also check out the open vent corner. Realize that nobody's here. Bomb plant could be secured, or they could try diving down into the B side. That might be a better option because there's nobody there as well.
There's a couple of ramp players that could be quick on rotation, and that sound cue is going to come through. Button's going to be able to relay that over to his teammates, and now you can see Henny already on the move.
Fast rotates, he taps forward, Henny can't quite connect the headshot, so the bomb should go down. Crimbo not seeing at the ramp, he gets Taco as a result, and Farvin catches Henny looking the wrong way, so a 2 versus 2. Big have brought the situation back, and Crimbo is just hunting for information. Where are these guys? Where are Barton and Damao coming in from? It's the right-hand doorway, it's Crimbo strikes from Damao, try to pick up the next player, Barton, Minnow, a trade back, a trade K for the man, a 1 versus 1. Looking for Farvin, the back lines of the B site must recognize that he's out there seeing the shoulder and getting him tagged up. Farvin sees him in the dark now, trying to play against the position, trying to hide as much hard cover as possible and swing out to the right to get his headshot and win the pistol clutch for Big.
And that comes surely got to be a save call unless GODSENT can find a multi-frag somewhere. Ramp is being exposed. They're going to bring that bomb down into lower, regroup with the secret players. And for the defense, it's only Damao who's playing here at double doors. His other 2 teammates are still stuck in lobby at topside.
Leaning in with that hand cannon, hoping you can see a head or 2. Might catch a couple over on Crimbo. Indeed, the headshot is found against that man. 3 versus 3. Tizian also being seen. Not quite as accurate with that adjustment in the SMG. Barton will wrap back out towards the ramp room as Tizian tries to hunt Damao down. The nades under the double doors will cut it open for permanent C as Damao lands another headshot. Suddenly, GODSENT are the ones in control. A 3v2 scenario. Flash is going overseas and trying to hunt for this player in the observation room. Not flipping the ankle, the headshot adjustment comes forward for the Digu instead, alongside a kill from Lato on the center of the site, and Damao becomes the hero, a triple to his name, and a quick return from GODSENT.
Oh, what a sequence! When you think about the expectations there for Damao, he needs to hold his weight, needs to deliver in a big attitude.
Actual outside down in from Secret. 3 players, including that bomb, trying to work into the B side. Damao's giving the footsteps, trying to see if he can catch them off guard. Turns on the 1 player in Decon and gets the second as well. Dropping the bomb, that should be round over.
Yeah, players down towards his lower position. Farfan needs to really try and engage into another fight to recover that bomb. That's Damao dealt with. If they can get another, they can try and get the bomb down, and Lato struggles against the Glock.
Barton to return back onto Crimbo, 3 versus 2. Farvin still alive in this exchange, and Searson waiting in a hell, hoping that Barton makes a mistake. Bomb on Farvin's back as well, so we can make his way back up from the vents if they want to commit towards this. It's all a case of timing for Searson's kill. Barton has made noise, so he knows that he's up here in heaven. Might be watching out the center of the site with Farvin playing distraction. Now it's a chance for Searson to strike. Barton has absolutely no idea, so once again, Bigger brought in the 2 versus 2 and at least get a bomb plant.
Oh my goodness, what an excellent round this has been from Big. And now in the post plant, they've got a Galil to work with. This is still very winnable.
Searson wrapping over. Farvin's going to have to try and play central site defensive. No, he's going to join his teammate, and they could play the ultimate plays in this one. Big brain stuff. Patience is a virtue for them. Incendiaries on site, though. GODSENT are not acting, and this plays right into Big's hands. Searson just slow walking his way up for a second flank in from heaven in a single round. Henny has absolutely no idea. Spray through, kill, found. Taco is on the site, but recognizing he's got no chance to fight in, he has no idea about the second player, so he'll fall back and save it. What a steal for Big.
I'm lost for words. I really am there. That is an absolute miracle. They had 4 Glocks and 1 Deagle. No util, no armor. That is one hell of a round. And for Big, it was an A-take.
All a case of timing on Henny's part. He's watching both entries. They might actually split in towards the B side. Oh, the scout turns away at the wrong moment. Still will get caught off. Doing some tag damage towards Tabson. Barty can finish off Crimbo, but Tabson with a very fast responsive. A 4 versus 3 now for Big. But 2 players in the lower side. 15 seconds. They have to try and make their moves in. Tucker will try stall for as much time as possible. And Damao with it all to do. Gets a quick headshot back to a 2v2. These rounds have come down to the wire. The bomb will be secured. Lato could deny though against Tizian. Searson responds, and Damao's just got to hold on to his lifeline. Steal for steal, back and forth, 2 rounds apiece. What is going on?
This is such a scrappy affair from both of these teams.
Tabson's the only real trading concern for them. Crimbo seen above that smoke though. Smart use of the utility for him. And the Famasa Damao comes up with another good casualty. An advantage now for GODSENT. Tizian forced to make a play, and indeed he does against that player. So back to a 2v2 we go. Constant back and forth. The trading game from both sides. The flanking game from Bartin. Unawares of it are the big side, and they lean in towards that A side. It's only Lato to hold off against them. Going to line up 2 kills with the SMG. Tizian seen first. Captain's right behind him. Gets that trade, is well aware of Bartin. He heard that footstep back on top of Mini. He can grab the bomb and go to the B side.
They get down towards that vent, even going silently. Now going to start that run forward. Barton's going to recognize the play. Does Tabson fake it or get the bomb down?
Here's him coming in towards the vent. And here's the footsteps out towards Decon. Door opened up. Bartin wrapping over Tabson. Looking to the left as Bartin's not peeking to the right. The shoulder seen. But the AK spray better for the CT player. Comes up with a lead for GODSENT.
Very well achieved there on the recovery too. It feels as if this is a common trait for GODSENT on the City side, is that they're kind of struggling with opening.
Oh, Henny missing his shots, and Tabson punishes that mistake. A kill gets found. They could wrap to heaven, and that seems to be what they're going to be doing as well. 4 players backed up out of ramp control into lobby. Barton's hearing his footsteps. Searson lands a headshot on Lato. Barton's got to get a trade back, and indeed he does. 4 versus 3. Big storm the site. Searson gets a nose-grab headshot back towards Damao. Barton finally removes him from play as the bomb gets planted. This will be a 2 versus 3. Make it 2v2 as Taco strikes back. Look up towards heaven, dishing out some damage, but look at the bars from both sides. Big have a clear and definitive advantage, so they'll wrap these corners, get the kill against Barton, and Taco will follow suit.
I don't know what's going on in this map. Really, there's just wackiness. A lot of util already being used by that GODSENT side, and still in a position that they can't get the AWP out for Henny. Damao towards the outside, trying to play around these smokes. Steals the first, doesn't know about the player in main though.
Just unawares of Tabson, couldn't expect him. Bartin can try and back in as he pushes out towards that lobby control. Lato on the site sees Tizian at the edge of the smoke. So now a 4 versus 2 gained by the CT forces. Tabson looking to try and back in. Taco caught outside, just outside of heaven as well. Searson working in towards the top of the mini position. Tabson's got to be the playmaker here with the M4 out, with the advanced angle, with directive challenging onto the CT side. The question and the concern is going to be the HP here.
And the direction of where they bring the bomb to, you're working with some outside control, you try and get deeper towards hell, bring that bomb back over to an A-split, ramp starts getting opened up. That might be the direction, but for GODSENT's point of view, they're now clearing out lobbies. They've already got the indication from Taco playing in heaven that there was presence outside, and there seems to be some furthermore.
For leaning in, Barton's going to catch that kill. Searson now back up towards CT spawn. Might be best to fall all the way back into CT spawn. I mean, Henny is covering it, so he's considering the option. Searson's got to check all of heaven. Timing is perfect for Henny. Gets his kill together and brings the deficit back to 1 here for the GODSENT. Crimbo and Searson holding back their positions. Crimbo's going to get overwhelmed. Searson undetected. Tabson rotating in from hell. He goes falling next, and they think they're completely safe. The backstab holds itself together as a headshot comes in for Searson. Barton detects it. First to fall down to the T sideline. A 4 versus 3 bomb plant should be secured. Barton up in the corner, catches Henny, but can't get Lato. Searson responds. 2 versus 2, and now Tizian's taking position up as Searson gets Taco next. He's found himself a triple, and Lato's alone trying to pop open a gap in the doorway, pop open that damage, and try to see if he can force the issue out against the bomb defusal position. Searson's head seen first. Tizian seen the back line. Searson just getting in the way. The headshot lands. Lato can't get a second player. Forced on the reload. 10 seconds for the defuse, but Tizian gets it in the end. Manic stuff for the pistol, but it goes the way of Big.
Wild stuff happening again. GODSENT getting the pace forward, doing incredibly well with the trading game right up until that bomb went down. It can't be an outside play at all. Tizian going to work through the smoke. How much does he get? Just 1.
Lato quick to respond, and Damao enters onto the site. Farvin getting caught by it. Tabson's AWP gets Lato before he burns alive, so it's all left to Crimbo. Back towards Squeak Door. Nice lane in. That should get Damao to fall. Where's Taco? 1 versus 1. Inbound from lobby, making quite a lot of noise, and Crimbo can hear him. Back up all the way in towards Squeaky Door. Can't defend the bomb forever, so Taco can still pick this up. Try get the plant down, but he's hunting for the kill. 10 seconds. Crimbo has got to try to take a fight against Taco, but he loses it. The veteran in that duel wins out an all-important round for GODSENT.
Very good.
But they've still got aggressive from Tabson, who gets his second kill. Damao in with a decent response to the AWP. Flick connecting a leg shot, but losing his life. So a 3 versus 3 situation. Lato trying to lean in with the P250. And these GODSENT have got a couple of picks back to an even man standing, and they turn it into a round.
Big getting overzealous towards the outside position, perhaps too hungry in that scenario of just constantly over-peaking, and it's now forced them back into a 3v3. Getting out towards this squeak door position could be very tough with the crossfire being set between Tizian and from Farfen in main. GODSENT have got quite a bit of util to work with in this peak, and they actually deal with Farfen.
Challenging the next player of Tizian, he's forced to fall back as Crimbo continues the backstab, being silent about it, but the T's are making their way in fast. Tizian's gonna stand and fight, gets 2 kills for it, might be forced to make a triple happen, a spray through from Damal, not quite capitalizing. 20 seconds and Crimbo allowed to make a little bit further progress. Tizian probably gets caught off guard right here, but the last man becomes all important. Crimbo in from hot, the Molotov's up towards heaven. Damal has absolutely no idea what's coming into his backside, and it's Crimbo with his kill with the 14th round for Big.
And that clutch for Crimbo has so
Searson ready with the Taco leaning forward, catches that man, but they ultimately lose the fight on the T side. A 5v3 now for Big, and it's all coming unraveled now for GODSENT. Henny will try and find a play back in towards Secret. That might be a bit of map control, but surely it doesn't lead to a round.
Taco's got to try and get into the vent somehow. Try and support towards that lower bomb side or pull a distraction, and they need some frags to over-rotate some of the CT players. Work with this outside control, and Big are just not fighting. Henny can't find anything with the AWP because nothing's being presented in the duel.
The taps from Lato. I don't get anything at this moment. The AWP of Henny leaning around the corner. Lato will try join his teammates, maybe make some noise back over towards the T half of the map. York leans in, the jump face of the head. Seeing the player putting the nade back to position. Barton taking that bomb as well to task. But Big have got their adjustments. 26 seconds to hit.
Very slow here, and it might even be a regroup back to the upper bomb side. They lose Lato, and now the last couple of players in for the vents have to try and strike immediately. 1 deagle kill for Barton, but that's going to be it. 16-11. Big close out their first map of Nuke, their map pick, and it Mao and of Lato to step up individually. For Henny's sake, we haven't seen a lot out of him in the Pro League so far when it comes to high-end performances. And into the pistol straight away, Tizian being able to drop that bomb, get a couple of kills, and even the CTs are regressing forward in towards that A main portion.
Wasting absolutely no time, overwhelming here for the Big side. Henny overwhelmed by Crimbo out towards that mid control. The last player standing in the 1 versus 4.
Maybe.
Early doors, money, money. I respect it because with the vehicles getting the frags together, it might end up going the way as the start of the last map. The bomb will get planted as Tabson brings in the 3 versus 3. Low HP for Taco could be a bit of a concern with the SMGs making their way forward and all. Lack of head Kevlar for Tamal and Barton could also be a bit of a worry for them. Tabson switching out to the M4 as the smokes go down, trying to siphon them off. Back over towards the CT spawn. They'll make their way into Temple instead. Tabson looking around, trying to grab that bomb's position. Tizian leaning up. Burst 5 from the M4, the SMG of Crimbo. Try to strike on Barton. Damal falls. Barton next. Taco 1v3. No real chance of this one. Tabson gets the kill. The fuse gets stuck, and it will be a second round for Big, despite the early shenanigans from GODSENT.
Yeah, GODSENT would be disappointed there, Jay, when you're able to get an entry out to A and you deal with a lane.
From Donut, can't see anything of the CT forces. Tizian just all the way back out position. Should be a free bomb plant at least. The retake is another story.
If he gets in from Donut, he might make this very awkward. GODSENT might not expect the reposition to be as quick as that. 10 seconds left on the clock. They've got to get the bomb down.
Plant secured. Tizian will make his way in from Donut, uncontested by the T side, watching main and Temple. 2 players spread out on the 4 entryways towards this A side. Still waiting for Crimbo to get the position to try to set the retake up. Damal, I think, is covered off from Donut, so it won't be an easy pick for a Tizian here. Watches out towards main. Tizian starts walking forward. Crimbo could try flash his teammate in. Could catch Taco at the right timing. Perfect flash. Backed up. Damal waiting. Molotov on the bomb for Taco. That could be enough. That might just seal the round out towards it. Diffuse on from Tizian. Still trying to catch the player off. Trying to get Taco on the trade. No, the AK comes up good. Crimbo's got to save. He fights on the AWP. Let's take it down just before the bomb goes up. GODSENT will win there. Molotov actually coming in against Searson's position. He connects that shot, puts the smoke down.
Just try and hide in the safety, try and get a flash in from his teammate, work in and around the smoke. Can he multi-frag? Tizian's there for support.
Searson will end up falling. A secondary flashbang trying to catch off Henny. Caught on the blocks, but not quite dead yet. Tizian can't escape. Lato inbound from window. Once again, holds support for Henny's part in a 3 versus 3 situation.
Yeah, Big were on point with their util usage. The flash assist to try and get that peek through. Farfen over-aggressing dry. Gets caught out by Lato. And now GODSENT are starting to get a feel of the pace and what Big are trying to push down here towards the mid portion. Another re-peek goes the way of the T side in mid.
Great frag now, left towards one of Crimbo, backing up towards the A site, ahead of the Molotov, but he must have heard that. Good call in the rotation back towards that B site, or just win the fight straight up and get
Progress towards the elbow position and start clearing out further towards that T-spawn area. Instead, there's not a lot of information being gained. They've got the stack on B at least.
Smokes down, flashes over, Molotov's gonna get Crimbo out of the way.
Back to mid.
Here he's in. Look out for tabseN, who doesn't hold on forever. Doesn't even hold on for a kill. Taco picks him up. Now Farvan's up to task. searsin does rotate back, but one player ahead of the temple position. Molotov to his position as well. AWP in for the shot. Farvan needs to get a kill. Indeed, he will. Taco's also fallen back in the interim. A 3v3. The AWP peeks in. searsin can double up. Remove Demal next. Nades up. 12 seconds. Bomb drop to the backside. Lato has got to get a trade and get a plant. That nade should finish Farvan off. So it's a 2v2. Shots in for the AWP of Penny. Can't get it past Crimbo's part, who doubles up against him and holds down the half for big.
Now, sometimes, Jay, you can do absolutely everything right, and you still don't find the success. You still don't find the round. And in that one there, this HE could do mass damage. Timing's going to be everything on the jiggle, and now the information's been seen.
Center a match, but Lato just sponges it, and Taco gets the kill towards tabseN instead. Crimbo with a responsive, a double up, almost a triple, but Lato trades it just in time. Crosshead placement not 100% there. A 3 versus 3 as Tizian makes his way up to task. Lato could get caught with the blind sprays. It's all a case of timing. He'll let them cross. He'll wait for the smoke to clear and just try to deny the bomb plant, doing so much damage that Nader Farvan will finish the job, but the bomb still goes down. Henny will fall. Demal left with it all to do. Backed up towards Ram, smoked away from the site. Does hold a Molotov to try and hold a bit more time against the diffuser, but it will just get stuck down here.
Try and spam, see if he can find the connection. Oh, he's getting ever so close on the searsin. 4 points of health, and now Tizian aggresses towards the ramp position. Very well played there.
Go for the hit.
They've used the majority of their util to gain the mid portion. Now they've got to actually act on that. They've got to try and see if they can get a pick onto that donut position, try and over-rotate one of these B players, because come back to the BXE, they're going to struggle being light on util.
Shoulder face, Crimbo seen them, M4 pulled out, flash forward, kill found, damage done to the player right behind him. Lato actually gets the TK in the mix, and with Demal and Taco being so low, it'll be a 4v4 that Big can take full control of as the headshots come in. tabseN strikes with patience though, Demal trades now to even standing again, but now him and Taco are still the low HP players. Taco can chime in, Farvan, ring of roses on the site, he's got the kill on the bomb carrier, and he doesn't have to do anything more. A 13-2 half from Big, decimating. 4 players leaning out to main.
Oh, it's going to have to be retake. You've lost your first player in from Candles. Barton's been pulled off the attention sight line, looking down in towards that A main portion. He's got to get a 1-for-1 or set his team up quickly for the rotate.
Beats out spots 2, can't get the tags, and tabseN drive-bys him, killing off the individual to a 5 versus 3 situation. Taco trying to get a recovery out towards CT spawn, but the bomb has gone down, and GODSENT are trying to commit to the retake, but they've got nothing to work with. No map control. Finally, something brought back by Taco and Lato. 2 kills back, 1 trade back for searsin. Backstab in towards CT spawn. Taco's dealt with, so Lato left alone. 1 versus 3. Can't get it done. searsin with a triple and a pistol. Big closing in on the win. Taco catches Crimbo off at least here towards Donut. Kill found, returned by tabseN. 4 versus 4, Barton Scout trying his best to frag back at Temple. Does down a decent tag towards tabseN's position, but the rest of the teams make their way onto the site and they actually give up Tizian's life. So an advantage for GODSENT on this retake here, but the aggression continues to come in.
This looks promising. They've done a lot of HP numbers, and actually the spam almost comes through from a TK. searsin's now just down to 13 points of health.
That's all 3 players on 61 HP or lower now. So a chance still available for GODSENT. They're just going to catch the right frags at the right time, and tabseN is one of them. searsin's another. Farvan left alone, can't hold on forever, and it looks like GODSENT will find their survival.
That's exactly what they needed, and capitalizing on something that is looking positive. That one, they've got a 4-on-3, they've got the man advantage, they did a lot of damage, and for tabseN,
back in CT spawn, but the smokes are down, the bomb's down. It's a 5v4 post plant.
Rotations are going to take a little while, and even Tizian trying to play on the edge of the smoke has made some noise spamming through. Damage is being done.
Onto the CT side, though, not to the T's. GODSENT in a bit of a pickle. Smokes down, Tizian holding. Flashes forward, Demal checks the corner, and Tizian sitting in it. Again, his kill doubles up as well. Looking for the triple. Lafto and Henny get 2 trades, but Searson with his orb deals out a finishing blow. All to Henny. Time too far ticked. Can't get the retake. Can't get an exit. Can't get anything. 16-4 for the 2-0 of Big. They'll make it like all their other series is in the ESL Pro League.
What a performance in from Big, really showing up on the last day.